Sup guys, Juggalo here. Great news, the case will be here sometime tomorrow, so that means unboxing of the case, a review of the case, XSPC 7970 water block install, might be on blog TV so you guys can see everything. I'm going to be soldering some stuff too as well. Going to have these guys right here I'm going to be soldering onto some LEDs and a fan Molex connector, but I'm going to show you what I do generally for my setting up for water cooling loop and everything like that. Man, my my throat is very sore right now, so if I sound hoarse, I apologize. But okay, now let me go ahead and cover this up on the right hand side and show you this right here. This right here is a representation of the case. It's not perfect, but you get the gist of it. What I do is, I explained this on how to do this on my water cooling video series, but I draw a rectangle representing the case, and then I draw a motherboard somewhat right here. And then from there, I'll draw the parts and everything like that, okay? The barbs right here from the 480 rad is going to be towards the front of the case. This right here is the XSPC dual bay pump reservoir with the D5 pump installed. We have the Raystorm block and the XSPC 7970 water block. So how my loop order is going, so you guys can physically see it and me explaining it, it's going from pump out to radiator in, radiator out to CPU in, CPU out to GPU in, GPU out to chipset in, then chipset out to res in. That's how I do it. Also, 91% alcohol is what you want to get to use to clean your radiator for first time use that have not been in a water cooling loop. Use 91% alcohol, let it soak there for a while, shake it up, drain it, use some distilled water, clean that up, drain it again, repeat the process as needed. Okay? Also, I got distilled water already. I got like 2 gallons of it. It was like 88 cents for each jug I got, so it's a lot cheaper than water cooling fluid. A lot of people like to get the water cooling fluid because it says it's non-conductive. Well, guess what? Distilled water is non-conductive as well. The water cooling fluid can also get conductive over time, just like distilled water. It's a fact. Ions in the loop will travel through the water. So it doesn't matter if you say it's non-conductive, it's going to get conductive over time. Alright? You're just putting that out there. Also, loop order in your water cooling loop really does not matter. The reason for my loop order in my thinking, the chipset has the most restriction. I'm going to have that the last item in my water cooling loop. So that's what I do. That's what you saw in my TH10 build. I had the CPU block first, and then from there I had the chipset because it was the last item, and on top of that it has the most restriction. So that's what I did on this loop too. Okay, next up we're going to be talking about wiring and how I might set it up, might not. It just depends on when I actually get the case, see how big it is, you know, get a feel for it, and then I can come up with some other design if I need to. So alright, we're going to go to our other drawing that I did. This is sort of a representation of the case right here. You're going to have a hole right here for your 8-pin CPU connector. Now, from what I was told, or not told, but I watched a video review of it, and he said that sometimes the PSU wire might be too short when it's connecting right here for the for the processor power connector. So what he said, imagine that you can see the motherboard tray and the motherboard's on top of it. There's a hole right here actually on the case, and you can run the wire through the CPU hole right here, so you can use aftermarket coolers and all that stuff, and run it underneath the motherboard, then wrap it around like that, like so. But I'm going to be using a 8-pin extension if I need to, and I'm going to have it route right here. Okay. Also, the fan wires from the 480 rad, it's going to be 4 of them, so I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fan wires are going to go through here. Your USB 3.0 on the motherboard's right here. Your 24 pin is going to be right here. So it's going to be right here, like that. You're going to have a Molex connector right here. The hole right here is for all your cables to go through, so just draw some cables. There's a hole right here, so I'll run a Molex connector right here. Okay, so now I'm going to go towards the back of the case. So imagine that this is the back. Okay. Alright, so right here will be the holes in front of the motherboard. You're going to have a couple holes at the bottom probably. You're going to have that hole at the top. Also, this is where I'm going to shade this out. This is going to be your hard drive area. This is where you're going to mount all your hard drives, so that's why I'm shading this out. But okay. So I'm going to have these 8-pin, or not the 8-pin, but the 3-pin connector for the fans and everything like that. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, right? Coming down. It's going to go onto that Phobia fan extender that I got. So a Molex is going to go right here. So I'm probably going to have a Molex coming up here. And then I'm going to have a Molex go over here too, to the motherboard, connecting power. The 24 pin is probably going to come right here and like so. Then you'll have your wiring for the front panel, and it's coiled up like this, so I'm not sure how long it is. So I'm probably going to have it run it to the case like this and run it right there for the USB 3.0, and then we'll uncoil it more, then go to the front and connect it right here for all the power, reset switch, hard drive activity, LED, so on and so forth. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And that is a hint of the work that I go when coming up with a computer build. This is my first major customer computer build, as well as far as using high-end parts and water cooling, 2 things I love. I would also to say thank you to all my subscribers. Right now I'm up to 1,218 subscribers. A year ago I didn't even have 1,000. So I've come a long way on my YouTube channel. I hope I am producing quality content to help you guys out in your water cooling adventures, or CPU overclocking, modding Xboxes, Nintendo Wii's, anything I can get my hands a hold of, I'm probably going to mod it. So again, recap, videos to come on Friday. I should be getting that case. I should be getting the LEDs today, the 3mm LEDs for the product, the CPU Raystorm and the XSPC 7970 water block. So I'll be doing that. I'll be probably making a lot of videos on why I'm using this and all that stuff. So trying to make this video short. Again, thank you for the support. My throat's kind of hurting right now. I'm probably going to drink some tea. And as always, comment, subscribe, rate this video, click that like button. If you guys have any questions, leave it below in the comments, or even send me a PM. I've been helping a couple of guys out there about how to build a PC and water cooling. And again, you guys have a great day.